What kind of lifestyle are you guys living?
I just made another loan, got my broke done, but it was like 14,000.
Why? 14,000 for the
I was gonna tell him.
but you didn't, so I don't give a was.
It's not really a good feeling to have that go behind my back, you know?
I think you would understand why I did it, so I didn't figure you were gonna be mad.
Listen, saggy lift, all I care is their finance.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Scope back at it with another video. Now today we've got a financial audit by Caleb Hammer. Let's get into it.
Hi, my name is Megan. I'm 34 years old.
My name's Garrett. I'm 36. We live in Houston, Texas.
And this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming over to Austin, guys. So what do we do for a living in Houston, Texas? We'll start with you.
I'm a flight attendant on the weekends, and I stay home with our two kids.
During the weekdays?
Correct.
Okay. Well, okay. So very much part-time, I'm assuming.
Yes, but I am full.
Man, already off rip, she's a flight attendant. That's a red flag in itself right there.
Full-time.
Mama, full-time mama.
No,
So
flight
just-
attendant. I'm full-time hours.
You're getting, okay. How many hours are you getting on these weekends?
It's 72 for the month is what I get.
Oh, okay.
There are some times where she works during the week.
Yeah.
So
How much are we making from this? Because your payroll is practically nothing.
I make 54 an hour, but I'm averaging, my months are 50 to 70
Huh?
a month.
Hours?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What hits your bank on an average month from your pay?
3,000.
Okay, well, that was not reflected in this last month. We had 600. What was different?
It should be more than 600.
didn't work as much this
Why?
month.
I
I
probably.
mean, yeah.
People not flying?
I mean, no, I don't think I worked much. I don't work that much in the summer.
It's kind of a choice.
Isn't that when people travel?
Yes, but
But that's because the kids are home more because there's no school. How old are the kids? We have kids.
Yes.
How old are kids?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Okay.
yes,
Well, why less in the summer?
I just don't think I worked much in the summer.
Yeah. Why?
Because she likes to take off.
Okay, but our spending seems to be maintained.
Yes.
How much you guys think you spent in this last month? When really only his income came in. How much you guys think you spent in this last month?
Oh,
12,000.
I'd say probably around there.
Pretty damn close, 11,764, but only 8,677 came in from your paycheck. So how are we maintaining the same level of spending if we're not working? I'm confused. We're just taking time off, but we're continuing the same level of spending. That doesn't make any sense.
We start dipping into our emergency fund towards the end of the month
For what?
to cover some purchases that pop up. A lot of
Purchases that pop up, i.e. what gave you that tan, i.e. going on vacation. Yeah, that's an emergency. We take from an emergency fund to go to islands and stuff. It's an emergency.
no, that was planned out prior to a lot of the last minute knickknacks or impulse spending that happens.
Emergencies.
That'll be pulled out of our emergency
I think
savings.
I brought more in in August.
Oh, we don't have it. Is there a secret account we don't have?
No, I don't know why you don't have it. Unless I don't really remember why I didn't work very much. But it just seems off. The number seems off.
That's what hit. That's at least what hit. Okay, what do you do for a living?
So I work in the oil and gas industry.
Oh,
Yes.
he's a Texan. Okay.
You see, in that whole interaction right there, they were essentially just trying to give her some kind of out, but there literally was no out. And that guy is literally being controlled by this woman, financially dominated, as you guys will see. And this is how a lot of relationships go.
Okay. Oh, cool. What do you make?
Right around 120.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so that helps sustaining. We live in Houston, definitely energy town. Okay, what is your position?
I'm a kind of a drilling fluids specialist tech. I work in-house for one of the major offshore companies.
So do you get down and dirty?
I worked offshore for 10 years.
Yeah.
And since we had kids, moved back working in the office now.
Okay, how long have you guys been married?
We just celebrated 6 years.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so a little different than most married couples on the show. One, you've been married a little longer. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of newlyweds on the show. And two, your guys' kids were within your marriage, which is maybe the first time that's ever happened on this show. Not that either way is bad or good. I don't give a but it's interesting. It shows that, maybe you are a bit more planned. And the weird thing here is there is retirement here. That's the weird thing. But then there is so much that does not correlate with a couple that plans, especially if we're taking for an emergency fund for knickknacks. And one of you has a secret that the other doesn't know, and I don't know what the secret is, or who has it, but one of you wants to tell it. And what is it? Who has the secret? Who's the little secreter? You're the secreter?
Yeah.
What's your little secret?
I mean, I just like pulled from made another loan to cover a credit card so we could go on our trip.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay.
And I didn't tell
What do you
him.
mean? Wait, why doesn't he get to know that? Why are we doing that without his knowledge?
Oh.
He thought you were pulling from an emergency fund. Not that that's even better, but actually, no,
I
you
was
said
gonna
the trip
tell
was
him.
pre-planned.
I was gonna tell him. I just
Was, but you didn't, so I don't give a was. You didn't.
Well, no, I didn't
Yeah.
tell him.
Huh?
I didn't tell him.
Why?
Because I was going to.
But you
I just
didn't.
didn't want him to stress about our trip.
But now you're stressing about the trip, even though the trip is already done because you borrowed on it and now you have to pay it off. You borrowed, you opened it, you took out a loan. What kind of loan?
Uplift?
Okay.
No, Upstart was the loan I took for the
Upstart.
card. Upstart, yeah. I took that out to pay off a credit card that was maxed out so that we could have spending on the card.
Oh my.
That has
are you
nothing to
talking
do
about?
with that has nothing to do with the vacation.
Well, then what are you talking about? Because that
so
just contradicted
confused.
your whole thing. I'm confused too. What are you saying?
So yeah, we did finance the vacation that we just took.
From what? On what?
It's like the pre-play.
Bruh, they keep saying we. This is not a we issue. This is a her issue. And this guy just literally has no balls to be able to call this shit out. All men pay. Shout out to CGA. Go check out Coach Greg Adams on his channel. He talks about how all of these relationships are essentially transactional. And that's what's happening here. This guy and this woman have decided to essentially barter around the fact that they gotta pay. Oh, we don't want a direct financial transaction, but she's gonna basically break the bank in this kind of way.
And like a firm, like one of those. It's called Uplift.
So
you
Uplift
took a
and
loan to
Upstart.
pay off a credit card.
Yeah, they're both two. I have both loans, an Upstart and Uplift.
And which one did you know about? And which one did you not? Or neither? Why? When? When did you do this?
The last week of the month before our trip.
What month?
September.
Okay. The last week of September.
Yes.
You did this.
Yes. I got a loan out and paid off a credit card that was maxed out.
Yeah. Why? But like, why? Because that just it's got my name too on it, or is it
No, it's
just
just
yours?
mine. It's
Because
just mine.
it affects us both, and that is not
Well,
really a good
you
feeling to
never,
have
like-
that go behind my back, you know.
Yeah.
But
I didn't think you. I think you would understand why I did it, so I didn't figure you were going to be mad.
well,
Understand why you did it. You did it for the vacation.
Correct.
And are you mad?
yeah. I'll say, Matt, I'm pretty disappointed. That's kind of a big thing. I thought we were low on funds, during the month because we were taking out to pay for a trip instead of.
How long do you guys go on these trips? Or how often do you guys go on these trips?
Like twice a year.
Can you afford that? I mean, obviously not if we're taking out debt to pay off a card and then another debt to pay for this trip that we can't pay for. And then you think taking out for an emergency fund for knickknacks. Obviously not. So why are we doing these trips when we have young kids? Shouldn't we be getting taken care of and buttoned up
Well,
for
it
the
was
sake of
for
their
my-
future instead of going and seeing some palm trees?
It was for my birthday and my son's because our birthdays together.
Happy birthday. You have one every year. I don't give a so does he. What?
Probably not, but
Probably not.
I
He
don't
won't?
regret it.
What?
I don't regret the trip.
Probably not. Are you saying you're dying? Terminal? What are you
No.
terminal with? Brain cancer? Is that why?
No,
you
I was
took out these
agreeing with
loans?
you that like my son probably didn't care about the trip for our birthday.
Well, no, not the 4-year-old barely passed the age where he's going to start remembering things. Other than that, the 2-year-old has no idea what the is going on. It's basically just a group of cells floating around in the universe. Can't form memories.
Well, we have pictures from it.
Well, that's good. As long as they don't go blind, they'll be able to know they went to a place with palm trees.
Oh yeah, it seems to be every year we've got a birthday trip. They're all in October.
What, do you not agree with these? So why are we doing them? Wait, what are we doing then? Why
I
are
just
you?
plan it,
I don't
and
agree
he
with
just
them.
goes on them. He doesn't.
I don't agree with a lot of them.
Why are we doing them then?
And we just do
because
it.
I like to travel.
Cool, but if he disagrees, why do you win? Win.
Maybe because I'm controlling. I don't know. He just does whatever. Like if I have a trip, he just packs his bag and he's like, okay, where we're going? Like when we get to the airport, like he doesn't know anything about the travel or the expenses. He just
And you're
goes.
saying you don't like that.
I don't prefer. I'd like to be at least consulted. Like, hey, let's take a trip. Okay.
Do you guys have
let's plan this out.
conversations about this, or is this the first time? Like, what are we doing?
We've had this conversation multiple times.
Why has nothing ever been addressed then?
I feel like I could be sitting on that side with you, talking to her about a lot of these financial issues.
Well,
or,
I'm
or
not the
things.
only problem.
I'm
You see, the reason this guy came to this whole financial audit, right, is he doesn't have the balls to be able to stand up to his wife in a private setting So now he's got to have Caleb Hammer come and address this. And if he's not willing to put down his foot, then none of this is going to really work out. All men pay, guys. And this guy's being highly exploited. All women, guys, if you're going to have sexual access to them, you're going to need to pay in some kind of way through money, energy, attention, or time. And you're going to be paying in all these ways. Shout out to CGA. He talks about that on his channel. Check him out. But all guys are paying in this way: money, energy, attention, and time. This guy is paying in all the ways.
I am saying I'm a huge problem, but I'm saying I'm not the only problem.
I've never said I wasn't any problem. But I'm also, when we say pulling out of the emergency fund for things, I'm not the one that's pulling out for things. She's the one normally pulling out the emergency fund. So,
I mean, I do have a spending problem. I know I do. Like, I know I'm out of control with spending.
I'm confused. We talked about, before we started filming, you found this show through George Camel. You found George through Dave. You've been through a live event with Dave. You know he'd be against all of this dramatically. You've been on that path of relative being surrounded by the knowledge of how to not be a dumb money, and yet we are
still doing it.
So, like, what? You obviously just don't care. The vacation is more important than any financial stability or any fixing or any change of behavior, right? It has to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be yes, because this is a daily watching financial videos and doing all this on
Why,
her.
why watch without any action? I'm confused.
We might have action for half of the month, and the other half is let's go do whatever we want.
Get a little fire under your butt for a moment,
and then
you're done.
Yep.
Why do you think it falls off?
Because I impulse buy and I regret it after. I can go to Target and spend $600, and then I can take it all home and regret all of it.
Then return it.
But I don't.
You see, this financial issue, right, is a microcosm of all the other things going on in this relationship. It's not just this financial issue that they're having. This just exposes how fucked up this relationship is.
Okay.
So then I just am negative $600 for going to Target.
And how much is this loan that you took out that he doesn't know? $6,000. Almost what you bring in after taxes and everything on a monthly basis. Immediately. A month has to go to that. How much was this vacation? You took out $6,000?
No, the vacation was $4,000.
What kind of lifestyle are you guys living?
Champagne taste on a beer budget. It seems like we kind of spend when we want to spend.
What goals do we have for you guys, for the kids? Where are we trying to be? Looking 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. What are we trying to do? Because right now we're just living for fun in the moment. What are we trying to do? Do we have any combined goal?
I don't think we have a goals together. I want a house in Palm Beach by 40. And
are you going to be able to move?
No, I want a second home.
No, she wants a second home, which is ridiculous.
Let's talk about something every business owner fears: running out of cash when you've got payroll to hit or a new project on the line. I've been there. When I started the show, managing cash flow was a straight up nightmare between payroll, new equipment, and scaling up my...
I don't want...
What the are you talking about? Well, how much is a home in Palm Beach?
Like $700,000.
Too much.
Like 700? Is that nothing?
I think we can get a loan for it by 40.
Okay. Well, I'm confused. You're the one that watches the financial content on repeat. Are you there just for the entertainment and you don't walk away with anything?
Yes.
No one would advise that I know of.
I mean, I have a problem. I need to fix it.
Oh, shut the f- up. If you have a problem and you know you have a problem, it's not like you're an alcoholic here. You
My
know?
spending is out of control.
Absolutely, but you know this. You acknowledge this.
But I don't change it.
I know, and I'm asking why. Why have you done nothing? Why have you put no action behind this? I need to know. At least your own self-assessment.
I need to know as well.
I mean, I've done charts, like no spending charts on the fridge. I've put them up. I've done like ringlets of our debt, like little paper rings,
We've done all
and hung it up like
stupid little
as
things.
decoration in our
doesn't
house.
work.
I just don't follow through.
You said it really well earlier. She'll have fire for a while, and then it's on to the next thing, on to the next fad, or on to the next, let's do this or that. And for my side, I look at a lot of, okay, are our bills paid? Are we have a roof over our head? Are we fed? Are our kids safe? Are we safe?
You know what's another really telling thing is how awkward these two people are. You notice she doesn't even look at her husband this entire time. He's trying to look at her and trying to make eye contact with her, but she's just cold shoulder to him. This guy barely gets any sex from this woman, being financially exploited. You see, this is a lopsided relationship. He just has to go with it, or otherwise the relationship is done. She's going to take all his money, take the kids and divorce. He's essentially just stuck in the relationship. But we don't just give the guy a pass.
Okay, whatever's left after that, I'll automatically put stuff into savings that we don't touch. But after
What?
that, I kind of
You put money into savings? You don't put any money into savings.
into
He does not put any
That's
money
the
into
first time that she even looked at him to basically call him out on some nonsense.
into our 401k every
Oh, okay.
every paycheck.
That's I don't consider that savings.
Aren't you,
How
but
is
you
that
guys
not
are taking
considered
loans
savings?
against your retirement accounts.
Yes, we have done that.
We have done that before. Yep.
Yeah, there's two. So, well, it doesn't even matter if we're putting money into there, if we're just borrowing against it.
Yeah, but
Why? What are we borrowing for?
so we borrowed to buy our house.
That was a
Wait.
second one. That was the down payment.
Yeah, your 401k loan was to put down for our house, and they didn't
good
even use it. But we took out to put down for the house, and they didn't even put it down for the house. They didn't even put down the 15,000 that we took out.
What do you mean?
They put down like 2,000. I don't know
Who's
why.
they?
Who's
What are you
they?
talking
The
about?
people that sold us the house.
No,
the
like
financial
you tell them
people.
where the money goes.
financial
Like you tell them where this goes to.
So
You
that
guys
was
go to closing costs? Is that what you're
we
saying?
didn't we didn't have any closing costs.
Where'd the money go?
It just stayed in our account, and then we paid off his truck with it. I believe. I don't know. That was 4 years ago. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm so lost. All right, let's get into the.
I'm pretty sure that 15,000 was spent by her, but he doesn't pay, guys. He doesn't pay.
These finances. I want to see self-assess. Where do you guys think you are? I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. On go. I want you guys to give me what you think your household financial score is. 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best. Where do you think you are? 3, 2, 1.
6.
4.
The f-
6 and 4. These guys are.
what is this delusion?
You said 0 being the worst, so I
And
was
10
like
being the best.
4.
How do you think you're above a solid, like down the middle 5? You guys are borrowing against your 401k.
The guy
You just
is even more
your wife
delusional
opened
than
debt to
her.
pay for a vacation that you had to take for a birthday thing. So what the we at a 4 or a 6?
Yeah. I guess it's because I know that we can turn this around and get out of debt.
You
Rather
can,
quick.
but you're not.
Yes. And
The
I think
score
it's
isn't a
gonna
hope
be-
of what you could do. It's what's happening.
Okay. Well, then I'll go back to a 5. I at least think we're better than the average, for sure.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. There is retirement, but again, we're borrowing against it. That is what is going for you is the retirement, but we're kind of negating it.
Anyways, guys, we get the point out here. The reason I wanted to bring up this video is it really goes to show a lot of what's going on in these relationships. In these relationships, a lot of these guys are being financially exploited. Don't tell me those guys don't pay. Let me know what your thoughts down below. It's your boy Scope. I'll catch you on the next one.